Hello. So this is a sample PowerPoint that you'll be submitting at the end of the semester, May 27th to be precise. It will be reviewed and posted on the discussion page for others to comment. Discussion questions will require you to comment on 2 PowerPoints with 10 points. Probably the last work you have to do for the class after the final exam. This mock PowerPoint is on Save the Bay, so the assignment requires you to just choose an organization, one that you feel does the right thing. Again, you need to tell me which organization you wish to do, and tell me quickly so that no other classmate can do the same organization. I just don't want 20 PowerPoints or even 2 PowerPoints on Save the Bay, for instance. The assignment instructions explain the process of developing PowerPoint, so I don't want to go into that here. Nor is this going to show you how to export your PowerPoint to video or how to record a narrative along with the slides. If you need help with those techniques, look at the instructions closely. I just want to focus on what's required. Now, the first slide is simply the title page. So a title, be creative, your name, the course title, and the date is sufficient. So, since this is an organization that does the right thing or a good act, I want to explain how I determine good. And I'm using Martha C. Nussbaum's Essential Human Functional Capabilities. You'll read this in Module 14, though a copy is in the resource folder on the left sidebar. This is a useful article. It's about living under a social contract where the governing structure of the community provides its residents with services and policies and programs so that they can, and it's all about choice, thrive to the fullest potential. So a government has to provide opportunities for you to choose so that you can be, quote, fully human. And Nussbaum writes about affordable health care, adequate education, healthy foods, and shelter. And then she mentions capability number 8, that we must live in harmony with our planet, other animals, and plants. Now, this might seem peculiar. I mean, how does going outside helping me live to my fullest potential? It doesn't give me a better job, nor does it give me a better paycheck. Well, according to Nussbaum, a clean environment improves our outdoor activities, and it is better for health and well-being, both mental and physical. In fact, a 2009 study showed that the closer you live in nature, the healthier you're likely to be. Now you're probably thinking, well, I could go outside any time. Government isn't restricting me to enjoy the outdoors. Well, it can. If there's a budget cuts to parks and recreational areas, and they have closed some beaches, as they did in California, because there weren't enough cleanup staff available. Thus, there needs to be policy to ensure that our beaches are clean and safe to enjoy. Whether we go to the beach for enjoyment should just be our choice. So, after discussing the theory, showing how clean the environment is essential to our well-being, we must now also show the problem. Now, everyone who's ever been to a beach knows it gets dirty, with plastic bags, tin cans, cigarette butts, common discarded items. As stated, quote, a study from Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute shows that a surprising large number of discarded trash not only clutter our waterways and beaches, but accumulate in the deep sea as well, end quote. And this graph shows it. 8 million tons of plastic waste go into the oceans, 2.5 million tons of solid waste. This is an obvious problem. So in 1961, 3 East Bay women decided to save the bay. And they created this organization with this mission statement, quote, we envision a clean and healthy San Francisco Bay free from pollution, ringed by 100,000 acres of restored tidal marsh and supported by communities that value and defend the Bay as central to the Bay Area's exceptional quality of life, end quote. This spells out the goal of the Save the Bay organization. And this is why the organization is doing the right thing. With a staff of 50,000, it has managed to pass a slew of governmental policies aimed at cleaning the coastline. Again, Nussbaum speaks of policy, that this must be a governmental effort to stop the polluters from disposing garbage and sewage into our waters, to establish a regulatory committee to oversee shorelines and to insist access to the beaches. 3 women started all this. So after explaining the problem and the efforts of the organization, you can now speak about its impact. What are the effects of the program? So now Sewage is treated and industrial pollution is significantly reduced. More than half the Bay Area is ringed with shoreline parks and outdoor spaces linked through nearly 300 miles of Bay Trail that is open to the public for walking, biking, and viewing wildlife. Large bay field projects have been stopped. Several large-scale wetlands restoration projects are now underway, and it has even become a model for other types of cleanup programs, including the East Coast communities, so literally going across the nation. Of course, not everyone's happy. Developers near the beach would rather see the bay access paved over for dwelling units, and this would be in favor of capital growth. And this has always been the challenge for environmentalists. They can't make huge amounts of profits from a clean environment. You might even lose money to make it. On the other hand, cleanup measures can improve the well-being of a community and even improve the land value nearby. If you want to focus on the economy, such cleanup efforts have led to more tourism, more investors, more wildlife preserves. Most significantly, more people can enjoy access to healthier surroundings. This is what Nussbaum is preaching, that a clean area improves our lives much more than money can. And so this is the last slide. The last slide is the work citation page, and this is essential. You must provide work citations on every source that you use in the PowerPoint, even from a theoretical source. Again, think about framing your PowerPoint in this fashion, as if writing an argumentative essay. Now, you can, as I have, use a voiceover to explain your presentation. However, if you decide simply on slides, that's fine. You just need to provide enough information on the slide to prove your argument. Be mindful of the font size, though. You don't want to have too much information that the viewer can't see the script. Keep the relevant materials and always focus on what you're trying to prove. So that's it. Once you're done, export it to video and submit the work before midnight on Saturday, May 27th. I'll post it on the discussion page. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me via private message or chat or email, and I'll be more than happy to help you.